Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix this bad boy together. Guys, the onslaught against the gun controllers continues. We've got Rand Paul coming from a hook maneuver, followed by FPC bringing forth destruction in Maine. Waiting periods and ATF background check shenanigans is running afoul of the freedom fighters in this country. And if you want to be part of this fight, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because we are about passing the freedom on to the next generation and slapping tyranny wherever we can find it. And with that said, let's get into it. Guys, we have got some amazing stuff. I'm going to bring you right into it after a quick word from our sponsor, Renewal Rain. Now, these sponsors make the channel possible because YouTube has this tendency to make our lives a little uncomfy, which is where Renewal Rain comes in. If you're used to other mineral waters that are a little bit more depressing and a little bit more macabre, this is on the lighter side, both spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. It's focused with a spiritual element to not only taste great, but also lift up your mind, body, and soul. Quench that thirst inside and out. And there's a link in the description box below. This one right here is Lemon Lime. Guys, check it out. They have made the channel possible, and you get free shipping by using the code Langley Outdoors. It's right down there in the description box. And with that said, let's take our thirst-quenched power and go forward with our Second Amendment freedoms. Check this out. We're going to Rand Paul first. This is Gun Owners of America, and if there's one thing I do love about me some Rand Paul, he has a way of welcoming in the new ATF director. Check this out. Senator Rand Paul has launched an investigation into the ATF and the FBI's unlawful NICS monitoring program. GOA helped uncover the Biden administration weaponized background checks to spy on gun purchases and assist California in enforcing assault weapons bans. And I'm going to click on this real quick for you. Here's the actual article. This is, letter. This is sent from today. Daniel Driscoll, acting director. This guy's been in role like 8 minutes. This is the ATF, as you can see. Dear Acting Director Driscoll, I write requesting information regarding the use of certain systems by the FBI and the ATF. Pursuant to Freedom of Information Act's request by Gun Owners of America, the ATF inadvertently released unredacted documents regarding a system monitoring Americans seeking to exercise their rights under the Second Amendment. Upon realizing their error, the ATF initiated an ongoing, years-long effort to prevent the release of those documents. Bad ATF. You got your hand caught in the cookie jar. Now, we covered those documents on this channel. Guys, the wheels of freedom are turning pedal to the frickin' metal. This did not happen last year. It didn't happen the prior 4 years. This is what we need. Let's continue. So based on the limited public information, the NICS audit log review monitoring system appears to allow ATF agents to request monitoring of targets for a time frame ranging from 30 to 180 days after providing identifying information in applicable or potential violations of the statute. Upon approval, the ATF would receive alert from the FBI using information in the NICS background check system. The existence of this program and the ATF's long-standing push to conceal it from the public raised questions about its general use and potential to infringe on Americans' civil liberties. Let's freaking go. They smell blood in the water. There's a new director. Welcome to the directorship, director. And here's your first backhand letter from a sitting senator. This is all about the ATF being utilized by the state of California to run national background checks and national spying operations on California residents. Let's get it. That's the first round. So what I just showed you right there was Rand Paul, as I mentioned. Right there. The links are always in the description box. I always bring the receipts. Now let's go over to FPC, because this one is a particular different flavor that I particularly like from Firearms Policy Coalition. This one, it's a legal alert. The First Circuit Court has denied Maine's motion to stay the preliminary injunction against the state's firearm waiting period, which means the law can't be enforced while the appeal continues. Now, the reason that this one's important, and I'm kind of joining it together with the GOA one with Senator Rand Paul, is because this one is around a 72-hour mandatory waiting period that Maine just decided to institute. Well, the First Circuit Court just said, yeah, no, you can't enforce it while there's an appeal in place. Basically, they pulled a Measure 114 and said, yeah, your law is not going into place until the court can completely rule on this. Let's get into it. Let me show you the actual document here. So this is from, as you can see, all the defendants and the appellates, and this before this judge, whatever. Here's the order of the court entered today. Defendant appellate Aaron Frey, the Attorney General of Maine, has filed a motion to stay pending appeal of preliminary injunction that bars enforcement of a Maine statute that imposes a 72-hour waiting period for certain sales of firearms. This is unconstitutional as the day is long. So there's a comment underneath here, which I don't really remember where it was. But do I have to wait 72 hours to have freedom of speech? No. Do I have to wait 72 hours to vote? No. Oh, but you can have 72 hours to get your firearm, the Second Amendment. Yeah, that one's perfectly fine. Guys, it's obviously inconsistent. But let's continue. This is very important nationwide. In granting a preliminary injunction and denying a stay, the district court found the plaintiffs, a group of Maine citizens and business owners, including federal firearm license dealers, were likely to succeed on the merits of their Second Amendment challenge to the statute. Now that's important because it's the Second Amendment challenge, not the APA, not the Administrative Procedures Act, which they always keep getting bogged down on. This one is on the Second Amendment. Yes, please, more of that. The Attorney General argues that the district court erred in applying the standards set forth in the Bruin decision and maintains that allowing the injunction to remain in effect pending appeal will result in irreparable injury to the state's interest in enforcing a duly enacted law and also may result in loss of life that could be avoided if the laws were enforced. This is the whole thing they always do. Well, yeah, I know we banned all your Second Amendment rights, but court, if we don't enforce this while we're discussing this in court, then someone could die. So therefore, we probably need to go ahead and have the force of law applied while we decide this. So I want my cake and I want to eat it too. This judge just said no. Plaintiff appellees oppose, arguing that the district court was correct in concluding that the waiting period law is likely unconstitutional. It is unconstitutional. And they maintain that allowing the law to be enforced pending appeal would result in the irremediable deprivation of their Second Amendment rights, as well as economic loss of the plaintiffs who are the gun dealers. Guys, that's just the first page. Watch this, because it has been decided and so ordered is coming. In ruling on a motion for a stay pending appeal, we consider whether the stay applicant has made a strong showing and is likely to succeed on the merits, whether the applicant will be irreparably injured absent a stay, and whether the issuance of the stay will substantially injure the other parties interested in the proceeding, and where the public interest lies. Skirt! That public interest doesn't matter anymore. The interest balancing that they always threw out there of we need more gun control because enter the public nuisance or the public good, yeah, that doesn't exist anymore. You need history, text, and tradition. So not just what's the interest balancing. Because the case presents questions of first impression in an emerging area of constitutional law involving a legal standard that is difficult to apply and subject to varying interpretations, talking about the Bruin decision, we are not persuaded that the Attorney General has made a strong showing that he is likely to succeed in demonstrating that the district court abused its discretion in granting preliminary injunctive relief, and the case does not present unusual circumstances involving a particularly severe and disproportionate harm to one side. Moreover, the Attorney General's failure to seek expedited review of the stay of motion or the appeal undercuts any claim that immediate relief from the injunction is required to prevent irreparable harm. Accordingly, we deny the request of stay and reserve consideration of merits to the panel hearing the appeal. Guys, what this means is they literally just got stymied in Maine on a 72-hour waiting period that's mandatory for all firearm purchases. Do you understand the implications of that nationwide? You stack this again with the gun owners' announcement that I just showed you from Senator Rand Paul, investigation in the ATF, the FBI, unlawful NICS monitoring programs. Guys, we are picking up steam and momentum. They just fired the deputy director today of the ATF, Marvin Richardson. Pamela Hicks was just removed a little while ago. Guys, the wheels of justice are rolling, and they are rolling in our favor. Keep it going. Nose to the grindstone, and before you know it, you'll look up and you go, wow, we accomplished some stuff. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you like most, Senator Rand Paul's letter or the 72-hour waiting period backhand? And I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.